Noon. So everybody got in their lunch. So this is for the family business workshop. Is everybody here for the family business workshop? The ones, okay, great. So a little bit about the one giving the presentation today is us from Thames International Business School. We are the country's first international college, mostly focusing on British-based programs. Now today I'll do a little bit of an introduction on family business leadership. There'll be two people giving the workshop. So one is myself. I'm the co-founder and president of Thames International, and Ms. Mignon Ramos, who's a family business consultant. But before that, she was the former CFO and CEO of Otis Elevators in the Philippines. Okay. So let's start by first defining what's a family business. Okay. So this is there are many definitions of a family business, but this is our definition from Thames. There has to be an ownership and management it's a business that has ownership and management concentrated in a family unit. So those are two requirements. First, ownership. You should at least have, sorry, for those at the back, this might be too small. Would you want to come forward because are you able to see it? You're okay? You don't want to come forward? Okay. But for those who can't see it, I suggest you come forward so that at least you don't have to scoot over. So the first one, to be a family business, our definition is that you should own at least above 50% of the company. Why above 50%? Because without 50%, you're not really the absolute owner. You're just an investor. Okay, so to call it family business, you have to at least be over 50%. Now, the other definition is that you should have controlling management. What does controlling management mean? You are the final say. Why is that also important? Because if you don't have the final say, then it's not really a family business. Okay. So you might be a majority owner, but then you passed on all the management to somebody else and you don't have the final say. So those are the two things that, from a Thames perspective, is our definition of family business. Now, when you say family business, how do you describe it? First and foremost is that for the family business, the family is the in-all, everything about it. Diba? It starts with the family, ends with the family. Secondly, the objective of the business is actually to preserve the family wealth. Okay, you are setting up a family business mainly because you want to preserve the family wealth and pass it on. Diba? There's the pass-on objective. Okay. Third, when it's a family business, yung reputation nila nakataya sa negosyo. Diba? So if the business falls, then they fall with it. If the business is successful, then they feel the glory of being successful. So they take it usually personally. So the business and the family are hardly separate. It's almost one. Third, sino bang boss sa family business? By age. So that's what we mean. The level of authority in the family business usually follows chairman si tatay, CEO si kuya, di ba? Finance head si mami, di ba? Sales manager si bunso, ganun yon. Sumusunod siya sa family hierarchy. And the other thing is, walang trabaho si tito. Pasok man lang sa family business. Diba? Uy, magaling yung pamangkin ng tita mo. Hire na natin siya accountant. So for every position that's available, ang priority relative. O kaya family friend. Diba? Tama? Now, this is what happens usually in family. There's no separation between the family business and the wealth of the family. Lahat ng kotse ginagamit sa family business. Diba? O yung rest house natin, sige, doon mo na gawin doon mo na lagay yung outing natin. So everything is intertwined. So, those are the general attributes. Now, there are some negative perceptions of being a family. Number one, yun na nga, dahil ang management is based on relationship, it's not about who is really qualified to take that position. We know that, di ba? Si Kuya pa nga na, di siya na muna yung CEO, siya na muna yung presidente. Pero si Kuya, ayaw naman magtrabaho, gusto mo naman chicks, di ba? Or something, di ba? So nagtatrabaho si ate at si bunso. Pero presidente pa rin si Kuya. So because it's hierarchy based on the hierarchy of the family, it's not always about who is the most qualified for the position. Second, yan. Usually family businesses, from a negative perspective, they're not very transparent. They don't want to show their books. Actually, that's why they keep a few sets of books. Di ba? May internal books, may books para sa auditor, may books para others. There's also this challenge of family businesses. They mix the earnings of the company with their personal. What do you usually see there? You see a restaurant, it's a family business. Part of the expenses is the tuition fee of the kids. You're a restaurant. Paano naging expense ng restaurant yung tuition fee ng anak? Right? O yung family trip namin, o kasama na rin sa expenses niya ng family business. Again, you are putting together the resources of the business and the family. Okay lang yan pag kumikita. That's why actually I used to be a venture capitalist. And what does that mean? We buy businesses. So usually, papakita sa'yo nung family business na lugi siya. I said, pero pag ibebenta na sa'yo, hindi niya na pwedeng pakitang lugi. Kasi paano niya ibebenta yung negosyo sa'yo? Sabi ko, lugi ba talaga? Hindi lugi yan. Tanggalin mo yung tuition fee. Tanggalin mo yung family trip namin. Tanggalin mo yung bahay na binili namin. When you take out all of that, actually the business is earning money. But that's part of the second book, third book, di ba? They always want to show that it's not making money. Kaya every possible expenses, from the shopping in SM all the way, hanggang grocery, nasa family business. But when they're ready to sell it, or looking for an investor, they call that add back. You add back yung nilabas mo. Then you will see actually in the financial statement, uy, kumikita pala. Kaya maraming conflicts of interest. For every, saan ka bibili ng school supplies? Bumili ka na lang kay ate, meron siyang negosyo ng school supplies eh. Tapos dadagyan ni ate ng 20%, di ba? Parang, never mind. So parang, conflicts of interest, di ba? It's very much always in that. O lahat ng catering natin, doon na lang kay kuya kasi may catering business siya. Pero mas mahal siya, hindi siya masarap, pero kuya siya eh. So kailangan doon yun, di ba? There's so much of these conflicts of interest that are not actually sometimes good for the business. However, on a positive note, because the family's reputation is intertwined with the business, they will not make it fail. So they always think long term. So kahit taghirap na, even though the Philippines goes through a financial crisis, a family business is going to be the last to close. The other businesses will close, the family business will not. Isasanla niya lahat basta wag lang magsara. Because they want to have, what's the first objective? Preserve the wealth and to what? Pass on. Hindi niya isasara yan kasi kailangan meron siyang ipamana sa mga anak. That's why the family businesses is always long-term in perspective. Tsaka committed yung mga tao. The good family business hanggang Sunday, if they need to work, they will work. Pag ayaw na magtrabaho ng empleyado, sila nagtatrabaho pa. Flexibility, yan. Every time something happens, the decision is with the family. In one family dinner, they'll say, sige, invest tayo doon. You don't need a long board meeting. In one dinner, kuminsan nga isang kape lang, sige, bilhin natin yung kumpanya na yan. So they're very, very adaptable to change. And also, in the end, you know, family business, because their reputation is part of the business, they always want to think about their immediate community. So mga una nagdo-donate pag may problema sa community is the family business because it comes through their reputation. Now, are family businesses big in the Philippines? Well, 80% of our economy is controlled by family businesses. 80%. We're not talking about number of companies. We're talking about 80% of our economy is controlled by family businesses. You have a few of the taipans from Mr. Hennessy who passed away, Mr. Gokongwei, Mr. Lucio Tan, Mr. T also passed away, and Mr. Kunsunhi. So 80% of our businesses are owned by several families. Let's look at the latest list. The 2019 list of the world's richest people in the Philippines. Number 1 ho ngayon, dati si Mr. C, si Tatang. Pero hindi na ho siya kasi namatay na siya. Hinati-hati na yung kanyang kayamanan sa 5 anak. So yung SM ho, hinati na yung kayamanan sa 5 anak ni Mr. Henry C. So ang number 1 na ho ngayon, ang ating former Senate President si Manny Villar. Siya na ngayon ang pinakamayaman na Pilipino. Ano ba ho siya? Politician o family business? Family business, di ba? Di ba? They started as a family business and eventually went to politics. But it is still a family business. So officially, his money came from the family business. Well, it's true. He's rich. He's rich because of the family business. So, number 2 ho, Gokongwei, family business. May-ari ng URC, JG Summit. Enrique Razon, 3rd richest family business ho yan. Lahat ng port natin, tsaka mga port sa South America, sa kanya. Number 4 richest, Lucio Tan, again, family business. Tony Tang Tiaktong, Jollibee, family business. Di ba? Si Mr. Ramon Ang, hindi na ho family business ng San Miguel. So hindi ho siya family. Mr. Andrew Tan, Mega World, family business. Tapos ho, magkakasunod na yung mga anak ni Mr. C. Si Hansi, Herbert C, Harley C, Henry C. Jr., tsaka Miss Tessie Coson C, Elizabeth C. 6 pala ho sila. Lahat sila nandyan. Family business. And who else? Family business. Mr. Po, Century. Diba? So, as you can see, out of the 13, 9 are family businesses. So, our mission in the school now is really to help the small family business transition to medium. Kasi yung mga sinabi ho natin, tawag dyan large family business. Ang mission ho namin ngayon is to help the small become medium. Bakit ho ganon? Kapag ang pinakamahirap po maging is from small, the hardest transition is small to medium. Once you hit medium, madali na ho mag-large. Pinakamahirap po is from small to medium. Bakit? Usually small. Pero dahil magkakapatid sila, maghahati-hati sila. So kesa lumaki maging medium, they will remain small. That's one example. For example, nakita niyo ho yung mga dating negosyo na malalaki dati na hati-hati. Parang SMO ngayon, nakita niyo? Isa lang ho dati may-ari dahil namatay na ho si Mr. C, divided na into 6. But that's ownership lang ho. Hindi naman ho nila dinivide SM into 6 companies, which is good because they were able to plan out things. If it was a small company, pag namatay na si tatay, hahatiin sa mga magkakapatid, kung ano yung malaki dati, liliit kasi divided by the number of children. Kaya hirap na hirap yung small maging medium dahil sa family business, kahit family business po siya, laging hinahati-hati pag namatay na po si tatay o kaya si nanay. So we're hoping that as a school, as a business school, THEMS can help the small business transition to medium. So how do we plan to do that? One, tuturuan po namin kayo, we have this course. We'll teach you how to succeed in Industry 4.0. Yan yung tinatawag nilang Fourth Industrial Revolution. Hindi lalaki yung negosyo nyo as a family business kung hindi nyo alam how will you cope with the industry, the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Second, tuturuan po namin yung mga tagapagmana na mahalin ang family business. One of the biggest challenges of family businesses is ayaw na nung anak. For example, in the Chinese community, hirap na hirap po sila kasi ang dami sa kanila negosyo hardware. Yung anak pinag-aral sa magandang eskwelahan, ayoko na ako magmamana ng hardware namin. Diba? O kaya negosyo nila, buy and sell ng mga many items, diba? Meron silang malaking shop sa Divisoria. Ayaw na nung anak na doon sila sa Divisoria. Hirap na hirap po ngayon yung mga Chinese companies kasi yung dati nila negosyo, ayaw nang gawin ng mga anak. So, nurturing the next generation's interest is key. Third, will help both generations plan the transition. Kailangan ng bagong kultura. Wag na natin ilagay lahat ng tuition fee at bakasyon sa negosyo. Diba? Finally, we have to integrate the next generation to the management. Now, for you to be able to do all of these things, this is a 5 months course, so we can't do that because we only have 2 hours. So today, we'd just like to share something with you, Migs and I. And number one, what we want to help you today is to help you understand the Philippine family business DNA. Ano ho yan? It is understanding who we are. So, first and foremost, dapat niyong malaman na in any family business, there are now 4 generations in the business. Nandun si lolo, nandun si daddy, nandun si kuya, nandun si pamangkin. 4 generations. You have the baby boomers, you have Gen X, you have millennials, and you have Gen Z. So, it's not only for family business. All corporations now have 4 generations in management. So, may pagkakaiba ba ho yan? We have to look beyond the age. And what I wanted to share with you is that for all Filipinos, some things never change, they're just different. So let me talk about that one. Ito ho. Ito po ang values ng Filipino. Yung baby boomers ho, yung mga 51 to 70 years old. Meron ba hong 51 to 70 years old dito? Wala hong magtataas ng kamay for sure. But it's okay. Di ba? Isa lang pala. You know, proud to be a baby boomer. Next generation is my age group, 32 to 50. Gen Y, 20 to 31 years old. Tapos yung pinakabata, 5 to 19 years old. I can see majority who dito mukhang Gen Z, di ba? You all look young. Mukha ko kayong teenager, pero alam ko hindi kayo teenager, di ba? So, let's take a look at this very important family trait. For the Filipino, the family is the start and end all. This is the major family. We are so family-centric. The family is the most important thing for every Filipino. Now, even though that's the most important thing, it varies. This research, by the way, is research done by PSRC. They're the last family-owned research agency in the country. Okay? So, yan ho. So every Filipino loves and prioritizes the family, pero iba-iba ho yung kanilang manifestation. Para sa baby boomers, He will do anything and everything just to provide for the family. Even if he has to work until Sunday, yung mga lolo ho natin, alam natin yon. Wala ho silang buhay. They will work until Sunday just to provide for the family. Yung generation ko ho, dyan ho nagsimula yung balance, family, and personal interest. Ang tawag ho sa amin, weekend warriors. Yung generation. Magtatrabaho kami kahit na anong trabaho from Monday to Friday, kahit ayaw namin, babawiin namin sa weekend. Mag-golf sila, mag-surfing sila. Diyan ho nagsimula yung mga weekend more na, alam niyo yung triathlon, yung mga nag-Ironman. O generation ko ho yan. Kailangan ho nila ng outlet kasi ayaw nila yung trabaho from Monday to Friday. Pag weekend ho sila, Ironman sila. Yan ho yan. So they have to balance their personal and their family interests. Yung Gen Y ho, yung millennials, sa kanila ho, medyo, teka muna, family yan, paano naman ako? Diba? Kailangan, I need to express myself. Etong Gen Z ho, yan, mararamdaman nyo. Mamaya na yung pamilya, ako muna. Self now, family later. So for those who have a family business, how can you even bring the Gen Z to join the family business when it's all about himself? So they're the hardest to convince to join the family businesses. Yung age group po namin, we have no choice but to join the family business. So kahit ayaw naman yung hardware, bawiin ko na lang sa weekend. Diba? Next. Yan. Ang mga Pilipino po, value natin hard work. How do you manifest that in the different generations? Sabi ko nga ho, for the baby boomer, work is work. Hanggang Sunday magtatrabaho. Sa age group ko ho, balance. Ang millennial ho, hindi ho magtatrabaho kung hindi nila passion. Hindi ho sila tamad. Hindi lang sila magtatrabaho pag ayaw nila yung trabaho nila. So ako, generation ko, gagawin ko yung trabaho ko kahit ayaw ko kasi obligasyon ko. Diba? Pero yung millennials ho, hindi magtatrabaho pag ayaw nila yung trabaho. Ngayon naman ho, yung mga bunso natin, yan, yung mga Gen Z, magtatrabaho lang pag bida sila. Di ba ho yung ano, di ba? Yung millennial, magtatrabaho pag gusto nila yung trabaho. It's their passion. Yung Gen Z, magtatrabaho lang kapag magiging sikat sila. I've been asking Gen Z people what they want to be, and I've been getting really surprised. They said, I want to be a YouTuber. Narinig nyo, eh? Yung aspiration ho ng mga teenagers ngayon maging YouTuber to get 1 million hits and likes, di ba? They want to stand out. Okay, let's talk about principles. In the end, Filipinos are so principled. So they will fight for their principle. So what I wanted to share, for every generation, it's still the same. The difference lang is how they express it. So I'll go through this very quickly. Yan ho, ang gusto ng older generation, face-to-face. Ang bata ho ngayon, pati dating, gusto nila online. The older generation talks about one-on-one, ako, tayong dalawa. Pero as they get younger, kailangan may chat group tayo. Kaya sila, we. Technology naman po. For the baby boomers, ginagamit ko lang yung technology pag kailangan ko. While for the younger set, it's integrated into their lifestyle. And baliktad naman, for the baby boomers, it's my family, the group. While the younger set, it's about me. Finally, ito po. How do they look at gratification? Yung the older generation says, tinatabaho ko to para sa future ng aking mga anak. So, they will do self-sacrifice for the future of the next generation. Yung mga bata ngayon, lahat instant. Whatever they do, they need to get the gratification or the reward right away. Kung walang instant reward, the younger set, they will not work for it. For those who are in the dating apps like Tinder, di ba dati po pag gusto nyo mag-date o nagliligawan kayo, meron pang, how are you, di ba? I'm Joel, di ba? Where do you study and all of that, di ba? Ngayon gusto nila ng date, nasa app na lang. They can swipe, yes, no, yes, no. They can even have 4 dates in a night if you go to Tinder. Yes, no, it's all swiping. So, because of that, if you look at the generations, can I have water, please? So, there's restraint, while the younger generation have very little self-control. Kung ano yung makita nila, impulse. So, I'm presenting these things is that, in the end, everybody wants the same thing. It's just a different type of manifestation. So, in the family business, we need to understand each other in order to make the family business work. Diba? That's why it's about understanding and learning to communicate, which is the most important thing in the family business. And as I said, in THEMS now, we will help you if you go through our program, which we have at the back, that will go through the 5 steps on family business transition. So, with that, I want to turn over now to Migs Ramos, my next one, to talk about, now that you are in the family business, where should you concentrate on? What should you do well? Okay, so may I call on Migs? Thank you.
Hello. Magandang hapon po. Good afternoon. My name is Migs. My real name is Mignon. Maarte pong mga magulang ko, kaya yan ang pinangalan nila sa akin. So, short for Mignon is Migs. I do consulting today, and one of my specializations is consulting for strategy and organizations for family businesses. As Joel mentioned to you, family business means that the family owns a significant portion of the business. They own, they control, they manage it. Biggest thing, though, is that the family must also influence the major decisions, important decisions in the company, especially the election of a CEO and the chairman. No? As a family business, there are unique challenges. No? There are unique challenges that you experience, including how to continue to perform well as a business when bawat isang pasa to the next generation, padami ng padami yung members of the family na nagtatrabaho dun sa parehong kumpanya. So kung hindi lumalaki yung kumpanya, mas maliit na yung hati ng bawat isang member na nagtatrabaho. So exponentially increasing with each generation. After the founder, yung mga family members na nagtatrabaho dun sa kumpanya, maaring hindi capable. But they insist on running the business still kasi sa amin yan eh, kami may-ari niyan. And then, there's the matter of commitment. Ano bang commitment ko? Hindi naman ako nagtayo nito eh. No? So siguro iba ng passion ko, iba passion ni tatayan, hindi akin yung passion. So the level of commitment wanes also in the family members who work in the business. So the result is that less than 30% of businesses survive into the 3rd generation. So hindi man lang nakakarating to the 3rd generation. Now, so how do we avoid this? We avoid this by discussing what we need to do well as a family business. Anong kailangan nating alam gawin, no? So, pupunta tayo sa discussion on core competencies. Ang competency is a skill, knowledge base, sometimes even attitudes na resident in the person, that reside in each person, no? But also resides in the organization, yung sa buong kumpanya. Merong competency yung buong kumpanya. So sabi niya, sabi ni Marcus Weishaupt, the core competencies must create competitive advantage. So dahil ganun, dahil magaling yung organization sa isang bagay na ito, meron siyang competitive advantage. must include the possibility of opening up new market sectors. Sabi niya, dahil sa core competency na yan, pwede tayong lumingon dito at mabubuksan natin yung market na yan, or lumingon dito at mabubuksan natin yung bagong service na yan. So core competencies, as I said, are a combination of knowledge, expertise, technologies, tsaka processes. No? So dapat yung core competency survives for the long term. It must cover a 5 to 10-year period. Hindi yung sa isang, magaling tayo ngayon dito, pero magbabago yung flavor ng nangyayari ngayon, hindi na tayo magaling doon. Kailangan valid in the long term. Must not be easy to purchase. Hindi dapat nabibili sa kanto yung competency na yun. Dapat talagang medyo kagilagilalas. And must be defendable. Ibig sabihin, hindi madaling kunin o nakawin sa atin ng ibang tao. So, discussing core competencies. Ano ba ang kailangan magaling tayo sa negosyo natin bilang family business? Sabi rin ni Weishaupt, there are 4 key competencies of successful family businesses. 4 daw yan. Including the personality of the entrepreneur, technology and innovation, closeness to customers, and interpersonal relationships. Ito yung buong kumpanya. Hindi bawat isang tao lang. Buong kumpanya. Magaling yung buong kumpanya sa mga bagay na ito. So, bakit in personality of the entrepreneur? Personality of the entrepreneur kasi yung founding entrepreneur, nakapagnegosyo siya talaga. Successful siya dun sa ginawa niya. Yung personality ng entrepreneur, combination niya nung kaalaman niya, nagawa niya, naibenta niya. At nagawa niyang negosyo altogether. No? So, the founding entrepreneur and what he brought into and built in the business. No? It's we know that it's very challenging to replace the founding entrepreneur. So this is also recognition na merong ginawang kaiba yung founding entrepreneur. And the founding entrepreneur is really the source of the competitive advantage of the business in the beginning, no? In terms of either the product or the service or just the business model. Paano ba tayo nagnegosyo? So here's something that we found out in TEMS while we were studying the family businesses. Second and third generation family business successors tend to dismiss this part, and they don't really have a deep respect for the founding entrepreneur. Nawawala yun, saying, sinauna na yan. Lumipas na yung ginawa niya, nagawa na niya, na-build na niya. Pero iba ng panahon ngayon, not recognizing that this has to be managed. Dapat, kung papalitan ito, may papalit na kasing ganda, kasing kagilagilalas, kasing effective para mag-survive. Kasi kasama siya sa family business. So, isipin natin. Big family businesses. Nagbanggit si Joel ng mga family businesses, right? The biggest family businesses in the Philippines. Alam ba natin kung saan sila magaling? Ano yung personality of the founder na mahahanap natin? May alam ba tayo sa mga storya ng mga founders na binanggit ng mga negosyong binanggit ni Joel kanina? Konti, di ba? Meron. Medyo alam natin, for example, na family business. Sino? Si Henry C. Anong trabaho niya nung una? Sapatero. Sapatero ba siya? O, tsaka nagtitinda rin siya ng Oh, yung maliit niyang shoe mart, no? Anong personality niya? Anong dinala niyang personality sa negosyo? Push, masipag siya. Hindi siya tumitigil. Nakakahanap siya ng relationships, di ba? So nakikita natin yon. And anong pinasa niya sa mga anak niya? Masipag ang mga anak niya. Marunong silang makipag-usap sa mga partners nila in the business, di ba? John Gokong Wei, anong background niya? Alam natin? No? Mahirap din siya, di ba? Naghirap din siya. Nagtinda siya ng sinulid. Wala. So, talagang masipag siya. Tapos, may pagpapahalaga siya talaga sa pamilya niya. Maagang maaga, pinartner niya yung kapatid niya. Diba si Mr. James Go, kapartner niya, talagang kasabay niya nagbabantay ng mga negosyo niya, no? So may pagpapahalaga siya sa pamilya niya. And today, when we read the news, when we read features on him and the family business, we read about his rules for the family business. We know the rules that he set for the family, for Lance Gokong Wei, for Robina. Anong kailangan nilang gawin. So the personality of the entrepreneur is very important and is a core competency of the family business. No? Next is technology and innovation. The ability to use technology in the business. Wala dyan sa malalaking negosyanteng yan, sa malalaking family business, walang nag-ignore ng technology dyan. Lahat yan gumamit ng technology at the earliest point. Gumamit sila ng technology to improve the internal workings but also in their products. No? Cebu Pacific very early on sold airline tickets online, no? And they experienced a lot of success, but also experienced a lot of fraud. So they put in parang cyber security feature in their transactions to vet the credit card payments online, no? So technology very, very early on. And the decision to use technology can be very easy because it resides in the family, no? Rather than elsewhere. The ability to innovate in the products mismo, in the services, and in the way it conducts its business. So it's not just the internal workings or the use of an ERP like SAP or Oracle in their factories, but really in the products themselves and in the businesses themselves. So usually, technology and innovation related to the core business. So not just peripheral to the business, na yung payroll nila, ginagawa nila on a certain platform, pero yung core talaga ng business. I remember one large family-owned fast food. No? Technology means connecting, for them, meant connecting all of their all of their cash registers in all the branches. No? So they would get financial reports. Fine. Does it drive the business? Alam nyo ba, sa bawat umaga, nakakatanggap sila ng message via one platform that they use of the total sales. Yes, regular, no? Total sales, total cash, ganyan. Total number of people, ganyan. Pero every day, nakakatanggap din sila ng word on the success of their promo product for the day. Yung pag nag-order ka ng hamburger, sasabihin sa'yo ng cashier, gusto niyo po bang magdagdag ng fries? Pag umuo ka, may certain button silang ipipress, ibig sabihin successful yung promo. Or may product sila ngayon, kunyari, twister fries. Kunyari, twister fries. O, pag umuo ka, Sasabihin nila, oo, tinanggap niya yung twister fries. So, nakaka-pivot sila kung successful or hindi successful yung twister fries, core business. No? So it's not even, am I generating enough cash for my capital requirements? It's not even, it's the core business. How successful is the product on a day-to-day basis using technology and innovation? Closeness to the customers. As a business, there's a culture of caring because you're a family business. The business is attached to your name. Diba? The business is attached to your family name. The business is attached to your personality as a family. And as a family, many and most family businesses want to be known as a caring family. A family who cares for each other, but also for other people. So that culture of caring brings them a certain closeness to the customers. It's caring for the customer enough that you almost fanatically, but positively, serve the customer. So it's a culture that's lived by each member of the family, but also each member of the company. It shows itself through actions and behaviors daily. Which are your favorite, let's say with fast foods. Which are your favorite fast foods? And why are they your favorite fast foods to go to? Fast food restaurants to go to? Why do you like going to those restaurants? Because they shout at you? Because they ignore you? Because magaling yung waiters na hindi tumingin sa customers. Tawag ka ng tawag, ganyan-ganyan, pero yung waiters lahat nakatingin sa ibang lugar. No, we don't like to go to those. We like to go to those who will look at you, talk to you, and serve you. So there's a certain closeness to the customer of the entire business. The customers feel invested in dealing with the company. They are encouraged by the behavior of the people in the company to deal with them. And interpersonal relations. This is the matter of networking. None of the large family corporation founders or family members wants to be a recluse or wants to be separated from the rest of society. Nagne-network sila talaga. They really work to have open, transparent relationships in their communities. And the communities that they build work around their family values or their family business. No? So, communities that are built around a certain purpose. So we keeping the relationships through succession as we succeed from generation to generation can be a challenge, but it's also the secret to longevity of the family business. What does it require from each individual? It requires time, character, depth of character. Hindi yung pabalat bunga, kundi isinasaloob talaga. Deep inside them, meron talaga silang interest in other people. Meron sila talagang empathy with other people. No? And personality. Siyempre, kasi pagka hindi maganda yung personality, ayaw natin makadeal sa kanya, ayaw natin siya kausapan, iniiwasan natin sila. No? So, personality is required. It's required. So these are the 4 key competencies of successful family businesses. Negosyo yan as a whole. Dapat yung negosyo, yung buong negosyo, merong ganitong galing. We should be very good at doing this. So, from there, we ask ourselves, what should we do well as individuals in the business? Ano naman ang bawat isang tao, anong dapat magaling siya? Bawat isang taong miyembro ng pamilya na nagtatrabaho sa negosyo, ano dapat ang galing niya? Saan ang galing niya? Bago natin pag-usapan yon, pag-usapan muna natin ang 4 na roles ng bawat ng mga miyembro ng pamilya. There are 4 roles of each family member in the family business. The first is the role of family member. Separate yun. Sa dugo or other possible from legal relationships, nabibuild yun. Anong role mo sa pamilya? Meron kang role. Ang role mo ba, ikaw yung tagapag-alaga ng matatanda? Or tagapag-alaga ng mga bata? Or obedient child? Or ikaw yung ginto, yung gintong anak na matalino, friendly, hinahalikan lahat ng mga tita at ng mga lola na sumisinghot, yung gano'n na halik, gano'n. Ikaw ba yon? Or ikaw yung lolang humahalik ng gano'n? No? So, merong role tayo as family member. And that matters, that role matters to the family business. Even if you're not working in the family business. It matters more when you're working in the family business because in truth, you need to be able to separate your role as a family member from your role in the business. Second role, bilang may-ari. Okay? So, merong demands bilang may-ari. Meron kang shares. Meron kang deemed shares. Kahit hindi iyo mismo, maybe yung branch mo nung family, ikaw yung alam mo kung magkano yung branch ng family, tsaka makakalculate mo naman ilang kayo magkakapatid na maghahati-hati doon. Bilang may-ari. So, meron ding role na ganon. Separate yun from your role as family member, no? And more directly related to the family business. Bilang manager, karamihan sa atin na nandito ngayon, may management role na. So meron kang role bilang manager, no? At ang pang-apat is bilang empleyado. You have a role as an employee of the family business. Kahit manager ka na, empleyado ka pa rin. Kahit ikaw yung CEO, empleyado ka pa rin. Oo, may-ari ka. Yes, you're an owner, but you're also an employee. So let's discuss these roles and the competencies related to them. Okay? We're good? Hindi siya nag-iisa-isa. So, okay lang. As family member, ang competencies dapat magaling tayo sa interpersonal relationships natin. We should be able to navigate the dynamics of the family. We should be able to get to where we want to go within the family, especially as related to the family business, especially if our choices, our decisions, or the directions we want to take are unpopular with the rest of the family members. As family member, there is also the competency dapat magaling tayo to provide motivational and emotional support. Because this is not, we should not depend on other people to do this for the family members who work in the family business. No? Tayo yun, bilang pamilya, sa atin manggagaling yun. Mga bagay na hindi naiintindihan ng CEO na hinire natin, professionalize the family business. Maraming magsasabi sa inyo niyan. We professionalize the business, hire professionals. But these professionals, you have to understand, are talking about it from a professional perspective and may not be considering the family dynamics. So it's up to you as a family member to provide motivational and emotional support. And perhaps one of the biggest competencies of a family member in the family business is the ability to influence others. So sometimes you don't have the authority. Sometimes you do. But sometimes you don't have the authority yet within the family to sway a decision. But if you have influencing skills, then there's a lot that you can do bilang family member. Okay. the role of an owner. The role of an owner. For the owner, ano ang participation natin bilang owner? Minsan nandun tayo sa board of directors, Minsan nandun tayo sa board of directors, di ba? Bilang may-ari. Or shareholders meetings, di ba? So participate tayo doon. We want to be able to maintain focus. Ano ba ang pinag-uusapan natin pag tayo ay nag-uusap bilang mga may-ari ng negosyo? Pinag-uusapan natin ang negosyo. Pinag-uusapan natin saan pupunta ang negosyo. And it's up to us as owners to maintain the ultimate focus. Maaring maraming gustong gawin ang ating mga professional hires. Maaring maraming gustong gawin ang mga empleyado natin. Oo, sa paningin nila, makabubuti yon para sa negosyo. Pero para sa bawat isang may-ari, dapat mababalik niya ang discussion to the point of the discussion. Maintain focus. Establish focus, maintain focus. Yung strategic thinking is resident in the owners. Oo, meron kayong leadership team who's also expected to think strategically. But at the end of the day, what really is strategy? It's how to get there. And even defining the there is resident in the owners. May-ari ang nagsiset nun. No? Organization. Yung may-ari ang magsiset din. Gaano kalaki, kaliit yung aking kumpanya, ilang empleyado, anong roles ng mga empleyado, ibig sabihin, anong trabaho ang ibibigay sa bawat isang empleyado. Importante pa, anong trabaho ang ibibigay natin sa family members? Which of the jobs can we not give to a professional hire? Or which of the jobs demands a professional hire? May isa akong kliyente, konti lang sila magpipinsan. Dahil konti lang sila magpipinsan, hindi enough yung roles, hindi enough sa trabaho yung magpipinsan na nagte-take over. Yung magkakapatid, ayaw na, nag-e-enjoy na sila. Yung magpipinsan, successful naman sila, pero konti. Tapos walang finance guy. Finance po ang background ko. Ako po ay CPA, ang MBA ko in finance. Nag-postgrad rin ako ng finance. No? So, walang magaling sa finance. In fact, medyo iwas talaga sila. Yung nag-iisang may intuitive knowledge in finance, siya pa yung head of the magpipinsan. So, hindi siya yun dapat na nandun sa finance. So, after working around it, hire ng hire, or at the end of the day, yung tao talaga ni Lolo, yun talaga yung nag-handle ng finance. At the end of the day, recognize mo, importante dun sa pamilya nila na yung finance was within the family. Tabi na natin yung technical knowledge. Kaya naman siyang i-guide ng may accountant siya. Pwede na yon. Plus, i-guide siya ng mga bankero niya. No? Pero yung finance, pay mo dun sa ano. So, pa-attend din natin ng external course. Punta siyang Harvard. Sige. Puntang Harvard, aral ka Wharton, aral ka ng finance. Tapos balik ka dito, i-manage mo sila. So, meron siyang financial analyst, financial controller, meron siyang treasurer. Yun, professional hires yun. Pero siya, ang CFO. Dahil, ayaw nila hindi nila ma-break sa pamilya nila na walang isang tao na nakakaalam ng full financial position ng buong pamilya outside the family. No? So work with that. Ano ba yung kaya nyo? Pero hanggang makakaya nyo, lahat ng dapat may kaalaman kayo doon. So, organization. Kailangan alam nyo how to organize your company. And empowering others. Bawat isa sa inyo, bilang may-ari, alam nyo na hindi nyo magagawa lahat ng trabaho sa family corporation. So, kailangan marunong kayong ibigay sa ibang tao yung trabahong yon. At bigyan sila ng kailangan nila para mag-succeed sa trabahong yon, empowering others. So, the next role, the third role is bilang manager. As a manager, kailangan may accountability. Dapat pananagutan niya lahat ng decision niya. Hindi porke family member ka, hindi ka na mananagot dahil okay na yan, patatawarin ako ni mami. No? Kailangan may pananagutan ka. You should be able to be accountable for your actions and behaviors. No? Dapat oriented ka towards results. Pag hindi ka oriented towards results, maaari kang mag-go by the way of micromanagement, relationship-based decisions. No? Yung malakas kasi sa akin yan eh. Naku, umiyak na naman sa akin. Kailangan ko mag-decision, pagbigyan ko na to. No, because dapat oriented ka towards the results. Bakit importante na itong manager ang oriented towards the results? Kasi pananagutan mo yung trabaho mo. Your work, your job is that of a manager. And you must be answerable to the family, to the owners, for the proper disposition of your responsibilities as a manager. Okay. The third competency of a manager in a family business is also problem solving. Minsan kasi masalimuot yung problem solving because it does not only take into account your regular problem solving na pwede nating maituro bilang pag-attend natin ng Kepner-Trigo course. No? Pagka nag-attend tayo ng ganun, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making, ganyan, matututo na tayo. But you also have to take into account kasi the dynamics of the family or the dynamics of the family members working in the company. So, problem solving is the very, very important competency. The fourth competency is the ability to learn from mistakes. Kasi napakalaki ng temptation to forgive each other in the family business because we are family members. No? So we must call out mistakes and try to learn from them. Paano ginagawa to? Magpo-post implementation review tayo. Upo tayo. Pagkatapos ng ating project, o sige, participate tayo sa trade fair ng PTTC. Pag nag-participate tayo sa trade fair, etong nangyari, nakabenta tayo ng ganito, na-launch natin tong product na to, etc., etc., etc. Pagkatapos ng trade fair, upo tayo. Okay, what went well? What went badly? And what did we learn from it? How do we improve for next time? Or is this the right vehicle for us? Things like that. Tawag doon post-implementation review, may tumatawag ng post-mortem, ganyan. Pero essentially, it's just really thinking about what you learn from everything that you do. So ability to learn from mistakes. And finally, the manager must know how to manage change. Kagaya ng maraming kumpanya, marami ring changes na nangyayari around and within a family business. So, dapat ang family members na managers, dapat sila yung marunong mag-manage ng change. Anong kasama sa management ng change? Yung pakiramdam ng mga tao while they're undergoing the change, their ability to say goodbye to the old ways, their ability to say hello, and to learn the new ways. No? Kasama yan sa change. So the manager must be able to manage change. Joel, maganda timing natin. Maaga pa ako. final role is that of an employee. Bilang family member who works in the family business, you have a bigger role as an employee. The first competency is the mindfulness for and ability to obey the rules and policies of the family business. Una ka, kahit warehouse boy ka lang for the summer vacation dahil estudyante ka pa. Pero bilang membro ng pamilya, you need to obey all the rules of the business. Hindi pwedeng may office hours, ikaw ang unang-unang hindi magka-clock in. No? Kung required ka mag-time in. Dapat una ka, being mindful for the rules and policies. Why do rules exist? Are rules there to irritate you? A lot of employees think that way. And if they see the family member who's a co-employee setting aside and not obeying the rules, then it reinforces their belief that rules are just there to be strict about it. But rules actually enable us to do some things well. Rules have order, give order to the company, no? So we need to think about the rules and why they're there, and the policies and why they're there and why they're written that way, and be mindful of them. And as an employee, it is required for us to build collaborative relationships, especially with non-family members. Sino sa inyo ang may family company na over 5 years na? Makikita nyo, no? Meron trusted employees na hindi family members, especially nakakabit ng mga family members who've been working with the company for long, no? And these are very, very important relationships. I frequently find in my client companies that these are the conduits between the regular employees and the family members. And they also defend the family members to the other employees. They also safeguard the safety of the family assets and the family members from the actions of the other employees. So it's very important that as an employee, you recognize that and build collaborative relationships. So, sa apat na roles na to, makikita natin that there are different competencies required for each role that are different from the regular leadership competencies. Mag-Google tayo, leadership competencies elsewhere, management competencies elsewhere. We will see a whole lot of things, including, strategic thinking, critical thinking, etc., etc. But here it's important that we understand the difference because we are a family corporation, we are a family business. So, Mr. J. Mark Bayada is the founder of the Bayada Home Healthcare. He planned in 2016, he was planning to donate the company to a charitable foundation. And he said, it's hard to have a hereditary system that produces the competencies required to meet the demands of the public and the organization. Hereditary yung system eh. Sa family corporation, hereditary yung system. Mamanahin mo yung negosyo. Kahit pagpapatakbo ng negosyo, mamanahin mo yan. And it's hard to say na meron ka ng competencies that are required in that stage of the business. No? So we need to make sure that we know what we do well. So ang tanong ko sa inyo, what do you do well? Pag-isipan ninyo sa pagpapatakbo ng family business ninyo, sa future pagpapatakbo ng family business ninyo, sa pagtulong nyo sa mga magulang ninyo sa pagpapatakbo ng family business ninyo. What do you do well? And decide, how do I improve? How do I do better? No? Ngayon, maraming avenues. Of course, may internet. There's so many courses we can take. May PTTC. No? Ang dami nating courses na matitake dyan. There's coaching, mentoring. We know now the importance of one-to-one coaching, one-to-one mentoring. No? We can find a business mentor. We can find a coach, a business coach. Doesn't have to be a member of the family, but of course it can be a member of the family. No? And we at TEMS would like to think that we're contributing to the knowledge build to make people who are in family businesses work better. So I'll hand you back to Joel.
Now we're gonna have a questionnaire, diba? So we're gonna do a questionnaire. I'd like to give you, so it's our question and answer portion, because I think the more important thing is the interaction. What we try to do is to give you a general principles to live by. Bernard, do you have another mic so that in case some people have a question? And also, while you're answering questions, we'd like to share with you a questionnaire on family business so that we can further provide a better program development as we work with PTTC to give you more programs in the future. Questions? Meron po kayong question? May natandaan ba ho kayo? Question. Sino ho dito ang sino dito yung family business owner? Yung founder ho ng family business. Sino ho yung founder ng family business dito? Wala. Sino ho yung second generation, yung taga-mana? Ma'am founder ho? Second generation. Okay. Second gen? Second gen. Second gen, second gen, second gen. So wala tayong founder, second gen. Okay, second gen majority.
Third gen.
Third generation, third generation. Okay. Okay. Sino yung empleyado ng family business? Managers of a family business? Managers yun ho. So both owners and managers. Okay. Okay. Ma'am, ano ang pinaka-malaki niyong problema ngayon?
Oh my gosh.
Ma'am, what's your name po?
Oh, Mina Ladlad from Butuan City in Mindanao.
Wow, ma'am, you flew all the way for the workshops.
Actually, yeah.
Very good.
My parents left us sort of farming business.
Farm, agri,
Yeah, and then in addition to the farming business, am I the second generation? The second generation created another business to complement it.
The agri.
Yeah. The problem now is we have nephews and nieces, but we still don't know them that much. So I don't know how to.
The question is, are the nephews and nieces, do they want to work for the family business?
The nephew has a business of its own, his own. And the two sisters are, the one sister is employed and the other one is still in school. So it's still up in the air.
Okay.
What were you hoping to do po? Do you have some clarity over that?
Actually, nothing yet. Maybe train some relatives whom you trust, something like that. Yeah, but also thinking that there won't be any problem later. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. There can be very many problems if you go much further away from your nephews and nieces. No, so, perhaps you can also recalibrate what is on offer for the nephews and nieces. Ano pong generation sila? How old are they? In their 20s?
I think the other one is below 30. I have nephews and nieces in the U.S. and
Okay.
nephew and nieces here in the Philippines. I'm sure the U.S. people won't be thinking about managing here, but the Filipino people, the Filipino
Might be.
nephew and nieces might think about it. Yeah, one is a lawyer, is going to school as a lawyer. The older one is a nurse but is on construction business, a male. And then the other one is a psychology graduate but working in school. So, I don't know.
Sometimes po kasi when it's unclear, we're thinking kasi for them. No? We're thinking for them and we're thinking about them. But it's really unclear to us how they will enter the family business, but also to what they will prosper, to what they will progress in the family business. So we're saying, oh, you join the family business, but I cannot give you anything because you're a lawyer or you're a nurse and you're... so it's unclear to them. It's perhaps my biggest piece of advice that I will give to you is to get together with your siblings and talk about what's on offer. If you up the offer, if you improve the offer, say, I'll put you through business school and you can come back as manager of this, eventually graduating to the general management of this company. But your task will be to grow this company separately of the other company. If you think about that and made a more concrete offer, perhaps you'll have more interest. Do not discount also the participation of those from overseas. You know that there's one big family in the Philippines that up their footprint in the Philippine business that brought back all their family members to the Philippines. They were living in Spain and other parts of the world, and they brought them back here, subjected them to assessments for which area of the business they can go into, and they got participation. They're all here, they're pretty happy as much as I can tell. So don't discount that po. Wag nyong i-dismiss na baka hindi sila interesado. Mahirap din ang buhay sa Amerika.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
For example, in this, it'd be nice to talk about the stories of each one kasi we can talk about, we can discuss potential. Particularly we're in the third generational sila. Wala pa akong active sa kanila, di ba? Pag wala akong active, pero the objective is to get them in, right? So remember what we said, you have to create the interest for the next generation to come in. Kaya sinabi ni Mix, dapat merong offer. Kailangan natin sila maengganyo para to join the family business. But to do that, you have to talk among yourselves as siblings nga, as suggest. Parang mag-brainstorm mo kayo, paano ba natin mapapa-engganyo tong next generation to come and help out? The difference kasi today, young people have more options now more than ever. Dati, kaya sila nagpa-family business kasi yun ang pinakamagandang trabahong available. Ngayon hindi. The younger generation have so many options. It's a generation where there's so many options for them. So, unlike before, in my family, we have a family business. I was the only one who didn't work for my family. My two brothers worked for the family, even though they used to work for another corporation before, because the family business offered something better. But now, it's so hard to offer something better for the family to the next generation. Ang dami ho nilang ang dami ho nilang option. Tsaka the thing is, money is not their main driver. You know yung difference. Money is not the main driver of the younger generation now. People below 35. Money, as I told you, when I showed you the characteristics of the next generation, they will work if it's their passion. Ano ibig sabihin nun? They might even work for you even though they're earning less kasi they like what they're doing. Kaya marami ngayon sa mga kabataan nagvo-volunteer because they like that. Tsaka the other one did I say, Gen Z naman, they want to be a star. Diba? So, kung gusto nyo maengganyo, let's use research. Kung gusto nyo maengganyo ang millennial tsaka Gen Z, number 1, make sure yung i-offer nyo is their passion. Number 2, pwede sila maging star. Diba? So, hindi lang pera. Sir, what's your family business naman ho?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm from South Cotabato.
You're from South Cotabato.
We're involved in several businesses, among which is we're into manufacturing of agricultural machines.
Yes.
And we're also into education.
You're second generation.
I'm already second generation.
Yung third generation ho, involved na?
Wala pa, mga ano pa.
Maliit pa. So, ang second gen ho, kayo ho, tsaka mga kapatid nyo
Yes.
o mga pinsan?
Yes, kapatid pa lang po.
Kapatid. Okay. Ma'am, kayo kapatid rin. Ayan. Actually, so ano ho yung challenges nyo?
Well, normally, for now, the challenge I face is really transitioning yung family from very family-centric to, say, in terms of management, yung getting more professionals involved in the business. Because of course, the number of employees is growing, the scale of business is also growing. So how do you convince, let's say, close-minded family members to be more open, especially my parents, because they're the founder generation.
Yes.
So they tend to trust only family members.
That's
and
right.
not professionals.
As we discussed a while ago,
Yes,
diba?
yes.
A relative first before an outsider.
Yes.
Wala na ho kayong relative na ma-hire na ubos na?
Well, personally kasi, ako naman, I prefer not hiring relatives.
Okay.
That's the thing.
So it's the second generation saying, let's change na the policy and look at capability
Yes.
before
I want it to
being
be
a
more
relative.
yung based on qualification and experience, no?
Sige. I'll make sure na you wanna...
Yeah, and there can be a good medium, good compromise. You know, you can hire professionals and pay them well, give them autonomy of work, but understand that they will always report to a family member. It's possible. They will take the jobs with the understanding that the family member perhaps is not technically qualified for that role, but if he has the support, that's okay. Then you can bridge that between the older members of the family who think that you should only hire family members, and the likes of you who prefer the professionals. Middle management is a great place to start hiring professionals and highly educated professionals. Understanding also that the very young in the workplace are very educated and you can get a lot out of them. No? So sometimes, for the long term, you're thinking that you will prosper more with professional hires. And it's possible that you are completely right. If you think about the big families, the large family businesses that Joel spoke about earlier, they still have family members in leadership roles. So there's that. You see, you have to be mindful of that also. The other avenue is to educate the family members who are willing naman to work but perhaps don't have the right credentials. Educate them, expose them elsewhere, bring them to international conferences, education conferences. There are many education conferences. You can get a lot of education-related learning from even online. No? I can connect you with a couple of them. I used to work as consultant to an education-related business. So you can think about that.
So now we have the extra. So it's a nice case, diba? The second generation already wants to professionalize, so which is good. As Mig said, the first step, if you're going to professionalize, the easiest to hire is middle management. So, yung mga supervisor ho muna, ang unahin nating i-hire na professional. Okay. Mahirap po. The challenge is to convince a professional na senior manager to join a family business. There are just a few things to... Ito yung mga tactic if you want to hire a senior manager to join the family business. Una muna, mag-asawa ng isang family member. Actually, that's true. That always happens. But it's a joke, but it's a reality. Number two, they have to admire and like the family. So relationship ho yun eh. That they like the family and what the family does. It's not, again, usually for a professional, if you want a professional, they have to like the family business kasi you're competing against a corporation eh. And they must like the family and the family business. They go together. The third thing is, you are offering something beyond money. And you know what is the biggest draw now for any professional to join a family business? Is flexibility of time. The challenge for any corporate guy is there's no flexibility of time. But in a family business, there is flexibility of time for the professionals. And the reason I've talked to a lot of my friends who join family businesses, at least dito, nakakahinga sila. Diba? And the family business, because the owners know that family is important, they say, oh, graduation ba ng anak mo? O sige, pumunta ka sa graduation. In a company, you have to take a leave. Diba? Kailangan mag-file ka muna ng leave bago ka makapunta sa graduation ng anak mo. Right? While in a family business, you tell the boss, boss, graduation ng anak ko, can I go? Sige, okay na. Wala nang leave form, di ba? Because you understand the needs of a family person. So if you're gonna attract, if you're just gonna use, money is a big draw, but that's the only thing. Especially, again, look at the characteristics. If you're hiring millennials, it's their passion, o kaya, if they're younger, how can they stand out? So that's, use again the Filipino characteristics based on research as a way to draw. Diba?
Ako even higher than supervisors. Up to for example, sa finance field, kasi finance nga ang roots ko, yung CFO, pamilya. Pero yung head of treasury, professional. Head of accounting, professional. Controller, head of professional. Yung financial analysis, professional. So, siguro, sa factory, nagma-manufacture ba kayo? Okay. If you manufacture the agricultural implements, di ba? Equipment, yung head of the business ng factory, family member. Pero yung factory manager, pwedeng professional ka na. Ganung level naman. Hindi kailangan masyadong mababa. Pero for me, that's middle management pa rin kasi hindi ka pa nasa leadership team. Hindi ka pa yung nagpapawaw every month para mag-assess ng business. Ganun. Para meron namang serious professional help yung family member. Talagang capable professional help. Yun lang, hindi siya magiging head of the business. Hanggang factory manager na lang siya. Meron, tumatanggap sila ng trabahong ganon.
Last tip na lang ho, if you want to professionalize, kung hindi nyo kaya i-hire, mag-consultant muna. Kasi if they're a consultant, may professional kayo na consultant, makikita po ng other family members na may value pala. Kasi ayaw nyo maglabas kagad na mas mataas na sweldo eh. Pero kung consultant po muna, makikita nyo yung value before you hire them. So at least it's, yes, sir. Ma'am, family business rin no? What's your family business? Manufacturing. Second gen ho kayo, no?
Second gen.
Second gen.
Manufacturing of yung snacks na crispy dilis tsaka pusit.
Okay. Ano ho role dyan sa family business?
Actually, yung nakaano sa akin, CFO.
Naka-assign sa'yo finance, oh.
Pero yung halos yung lahat din. Kasi for 4 lang kami magkakapatid. So, yung pinaka-problem kasi is lahat po kami nandun sa business. Pero more on ako lang
Sa'yo lahat?
ano sila, kasi po merong, kunyari sister, nakalive ba tayo?
Hindi
Hindi naman tayo nakalive. Ayan, kunyari yung sister ko sa production and then yung kapatid ko sa purchasing. Pero they have their own business din kasi.
Okay.
So, hati talaga yung ano. And since ako na lang yung dalaga, yung wala pang family, so more on sa akin talaga naka-shoulder yung mga gawain. Although, tumutulong din talaga sila.
Hindi na naka-live, right?
Ayan, baka naka-live. Ayan. Pero tumutulong din talaga sila. Pero, although yun isa, yung bunso, parang sa pangalan na lang kasi hindi na talaga siya nagpa-participate.
May nang ibang dynamics na pag-uusapan dyan. Yung rules ng pamilya,
Tapos yung
family charter, ganyan.
Pero magkakape na tayo kasi complex na ho yan. So, magkakape ho tayo. Pero merong suggested program ho dyan. Pero, that particular situation is better not to discuss in a Q&A. But that ho is a common thing na among the family members. Iba yung kwento ko by hierarchy. Ang presidente si kuya kasi presidente siya di ba? Chairman na lang si daddy. Pero nagtatrabaho si bunso tsaka si ate kuminsan, di ba?
Yung parang ganun din sa kanya, I'm thinking of hiring professionals.
Yes.
Para, syempre, hindi mo talaga naman makakaya lahat eh. Pero at least alam mo yung operation, kung paano tumatakbo. Pero para mag-survive yung company, talagang kailangan po ng yung talagang pag inutusan mo, kailangan mo itong gagawin. Hindi diba? Pati, agree ako sa kanya, minsan din kasi yung relatives. Kasi parang ang dami po mong i-consider.
That's right.
Na, birthday nung ganito, yun, anak mo, na relatives mo rin, pamangkin mo rin, or kamag-anak mo rin. Syempre, consider mo, pero meron na kayong kailangan ma-submit natin tong deadline na to, kailangan mapuntahan. Kaso may consider ka. So yun din kailangan talaga, yung ibang tao din.
Understand.
Thank you for your comment.
Maraming salamat.
It's good kasi andyan si Assistant Director Nelly, di ba? So para pinag-iisipan namin kung ano yung mga programa na on the family business na pwede namin dalhin on the regions. Because compared to sa Metro Manila, dito maraming professionals na available, so it's negotiable. Sa other regions, so sometimes yung professionals kulang, kaya you really have to work with family members, di ba? Pero there's a way to empower family members. So that's like bringing skills, right? Oh,
Yes,
you wanna comment? Okay.
Hi. Yes.
Joel, thanks for a very entertaining and very interesting, insightful discussion on family business. Just now you mentioned about the definition of family business, whereby the ownership and the management must rest mainly with the family members. Okay, but there is a dichotomy here because over time, as you bring in professionals to run and manage the business, and also because the life cycle of businesses, not only just family business, but businesses shorten, Okay, how do this definition then will continue to hold water? Because as you bring in more and more professionals to manage the business, the family members sometimes will have to take a step back and say, let the professionals run it. Okay, and then where does the family members' management scope, continue to maintain that majority?
Thanks. What I meant in that particular, Anderson Ho is from Singapore. We're also going to work with PTTC to hopefully bring some of the skills from Singapore to other parts of the region. Yung sinasabi po natin transition, di ba, from family, yung sinabi ko natin na family owned tapos family run. Ideally ho, kapag lumaki na yung, if the business grows to a certain size, the family members can choose to be only what you call board members. Pero you still control kasi in the Philippines, in the Philippines, our family corporations have a board, di ba? We'd like to bring it to a certain point where the family members are board members. So the final decision is still the family, but you are run by professionals. Now, if you reach that stage, usually means you have reached that you are now a medium-scale company. And then you can move to large. And that's actually what we're trying to do. Because majority of the family businesses in the Philippines are small. Once they get to medium, now there's an option already for the family business owners to just be board members because they have enough capacity to pay a professional with a certain salary to run kasi medium size na ho eh. Pag medium size na, your revenue is Nelly, what's our medium size in the Philippines? 100 million peso and above? 100 million, di ba? So if kung ang sales niyo po is 100 million pesos and above already, that means your net income should be mga minimum 15 million a year. Di ba? 15%. Para naman, so kung 100 million po ang kanyong sales, dapat to ang kita nyo 15%. Yun yung more or less average eh. Pag meron na po kayo net income ng 15 million pesos, more or less alam nyo kaya nyo na magbayad ng isang professional kahit na from the finance to the general manager eh. So by that time, meron opportunity. Pag kunwari, medium na po kayo, now your revenue is mga 150 million pesos na. Pag 150 million pesos na ho, kumikita na kayo ng mga 40 million pesos a year. Kayang-kaya nyo na ho mag-hire ng general manager na professional. Tapos, na talagang magaling. Tapos, nandun na lang ho yung family sa board. Di ba? So maybe you can repeat the role of the owner, di ba?
Yes, so the role of the owner is really to make these decisions about when to pass it on, what kinds of roles are retained in the family. Make these sorts of strategic decisions, but with a mind to the strategy for the business also. No, I'll give you a little transition from the family members running the different parts of the business to professionally running. The first thing you should do is to pay yourselves a salary.
Tama po yun.
Most of you don't pay yourselves a salary, and so the business is judged as making X amount of money without paying the salary of a general manager. Start to pay yourself a salary so that the business is ready to hire an external to take over those roles. Not just when you're ready to pass it on as a family, but also should anything happen to the persons who are running the business. Pay yourselves the salary of someone who can run the business. So that's your transition point. However, going back to the issue, yes, I agree that the role of the family members sometimes is diluted, no? But through the generations, sometimes they're also still very strongly businesses are still very strongly run by the family. The example would be the all of those companies that Joel showed a while ago. There's the CEO, the chairman, the CEO, sometimes the COO are still family members. Heads of the different businesses, like the C's, heads of the different businesses are still the siblings. Ayala Corp, chairman, CEO is still family business. The Yuchenkos, chairman, CEO, they're still the family members. So there is the transition, but there's also the option of educating the family members and getting them deeply into the business, making them bankers, growing them as bankers, as media professionals, as whatever it is, whatever the business is.
Any other question? No? Yes, sir.
Comment lang doon sa yung sa generations. So kung incentivize mo pa yung generation Z tsaka yung Y, so our family businesses doom kasi mahirap mo sila ma-encourage to join the family business.
Okay. Bigay ko kayo ng case study kasi sa TAMSO, yung entrepreneurship program namin, mostly second generation ho yung sumasali. We have a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship. They are required to finish a business by the time they graduate. So, pag may family business ho, we assess. Sasabihin nung tatlo namin doon sa anak, estudyante namin sa TAMS, ikaw ba magpapatakbo ng family business? Sabihin nila, yun po ang gusto ni mama at ni papa, pero ayoko. Di ba? So, we look at, for example, the options. Bigyan ko lang isang example. So, yung family business, mining sa Mindanao. Diba? Mining. Sabi niya, ayokong mag-mining. Diba? Sabi ko, then we told him, can you look for a business that can still support the family business? Kasi there's a need. Sabi ko, so nag-needs assessment. Sabi niya, ano ito yung lumabas? To cut a long story short, dahil mahilig sa gadgets saka equipment yung anak. Nagtayo na lang po yung anak, hindi siya sumama sa family business, but nagtayo po yung mining company that they own, a subsidiary on equipment rental. Diba? So siya o nagpapatakbo kasi tapos hilig pa niya. Kasi hilig siya sa mga equipment, siya ay nag-aayos ng mga tractor, ng mga ganon. So yun ho, naengganyo rin ho siya because it's still his passion. Tapos he's still supporting the family business. So hindi po tayo doomed. Importante po yung, as we said, is understanding the needs of both sides, the family, tsaka yung next generation. Tsaka rin ho yung kanilang passion, di ba? So nakahanap po kami ng isang passion. Isa pa rin ho, case study. Again, next case study. Marami akong kwento dyan, kaya ako malakas sa family business kasi actual ano naman sila, construction naman. Yung anak, ayaw ng construction kasi ayoko mag-deal ng maraming, I don't wanna deal with so many construction workers. So I said, ano ba ang hilig mo? I like to build things. So, to cut a long story short, after the needs analysis, yung estudyante po namin sa TAMS, ang ginawa niya negosyo, tagagawa ko siya ng hollow blocks. Diba? He doesn't have to deal with thousands of construction workers, but again, the family business is a customer. He makes the hollow blocks for the family business. So again, passion niya ho yung gumawa ng, siguro ang dami niyang Lego nung bata siya, di ba? But that became his passion. I'd rather just build the hollow blocks and sell it to the family or to other things. So again, in the school, we talked to both the parents and the successor para we'll find the need and help them communicate. Yun.
Ako naman separate, different yung case study na ibibigay ko. And it's creating the passion of the generation, of that generation of family members for the business. No? So it involves involving the children in the business, making the children customer facing, especially when they talk to customers, you win them over. They start to have an understanding of the value of the business to other people, no? Or in finance, to make them have a realization that everything they're living on comes from the family business, making them understand. So halos bata pa, do not shield them from the family business. Do not make them live separately of the family business. Make them understand just how the family business benefits them and what kind of customers the family is serving, what kind of wonderful things the family business is doing, no? Where the family business excels and how his lolo or uncle or even father is admirable because he was able to build this business in this way, or how the second generation built on that, no? So make their lives also about the family business, because it is. Their education was probably financed by the family business. The home that they live in, the options that they have in life, the ability to travel, the ability to even take courses elsewhere, their food, the food in their mouths. No? So make them understand that from a young age. If they're no longer at that young age and they're already in college, give them a reality check. Bring them to the business and make them understand exactly what the business entails, who it serves. If you're in such fields as food service, education, manufacturing, there's something good that you're doing that your child or the next generation probably just doesn't understand, no, or doesn't realize the magnitude of that. Involve them at once. And then they will create the passion. It will create the passion for you. Hindi ka kailangang lumabas dun sa business. You don't need to look for peripheral passions to serve their peripheral passions. I like to travel. That's my passion, is traveling. Oo, kasi ang dami mong choice ngayon, tsaka ang dami mong time. But if you think about it, the family business is a much more worthy passion. And if you believe so and talk to them as equals in that sense, you will create the passion. I've seen it already. Siblings actually really sitting down and deciding, yep, we need to do well by the family business because now I understand what it is.
Okay, thank you. So we have to end now, but we'll announce a few things. So number one, I hope we have a workshop on understanding the drivers. Kasi bitin to 2 hours lang ito, 2.5. We have a workshop August 22 to 23. For all participants in MSME, it's a 50% discount po. Instead of 20,000, 10,000 na lang ho. Nandun po yung mga brochures namin sa baba. Tsaka I think it was given there. It's there, no, in their packet. Hindi, sige. So you can get to the brochure. So it's the other one, meron po kaming scholarship para sa second generation. So yung mga second generation po dito, may scholarship po kami. Yung family business program po ng TEMS, we're giving a scholarship to the second generation. This is a scholarship because hindi po namin kayo tuturuan paano gumaling as a business person kasi successful naman po yung business nyo eh. What we will try to do, kami po ni Mix, is how to help you fix the organization para makapasok ng professionals. How to work with the older generation. How to work with the managers that your parents hired na gusto nyo ng to work better with the managers that your parents hired, for example. How to work with cousins and siblings and everything. So, yung family business program po ng TEMS is how to make the organization stronger. Kasi po, pag malakas yung organization ng family business, madali na po palakihin yung negosyo. Ang nagiging problema po ng Philippine family business hindi yung negosyo, kundi yung samahan sa loob ng negosyo. Di ba? As we talk about now, yun ho yung ating nakikitang issue. Wala ko kayong tinatanong sa akin, paano ko ba i-market yung negosyo ko? Kasi it is already a family business that is fairly successful. The fact na second gen po kayo, it means may namana na kayo. So what we will just try to do is to help you fix your organization para umabot kayo right away to a medium scale business. So meron po kaming scholarship. If you fill up the scholarship form, then we can get back to you right away. So yung mga, sa mga galing po sa regions, kung gusto nyo mag-apply sa scholarship, pwede na po namin kayong interviewin bukas para hindi na kayo mahirapan. So sabihin nyo lang po doon sa Thames booth sa baba, sa side. So pwede po tayo mag-arrange ng interview tomorrow. If you want one, para hindi na sayang yung trip nyo. Okay? So, with that, I'd like to congratulate you as you embark on your family business journey. Migs and I would like to thank you and thank for PTTC for having us here today. Thank you very much. So, we're here for a few minutes before we leave, but I'll be at the booth in case you have questions for me, Migs. Thank you very much. Yung scholarship po, sayang. Ayan.
Okay, thank you po, Mr. Joel Santos and Miss Migs Ramos po from Thames. So ano po, may we call on Miss Imelda Nieves po for closing message.
Thank you, Sir Joel and Ma'am Migs. Yes. Actually, as mentioned earlier, the family business is 80%. It contributes around 80%. Now, I think it is the best time to make your kids or the next generation be involved in the business, as mentioned by Sir Joel. Actually, not only will they learn how to do business properly and earn income for the family and the company, but will also teach them values, family values. So with this, I'd like to thank Ma'am Migs and Sir Joel, and let me call on Ma'am Tess Dita to give us simple token from PTTC.
On behalf of Director Nestor Palabia, we would like to award this simple token in appreciation of your support to PTTC. Thank you, ma'am, sir.
Thank you po. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Joel.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, this concludes po our seminar on family business leadership. So as part po ng training po procedure po natin, let's have a group picture po. Please punta po lahat dito sa harap for a group picture. Please put dito po sa front for a group picture. Thank you po. Please dito po tayo sa may front po for a group picture. Hello po. Hello po everyone. Please proceed po tayo dito po sa harap for a group picture po. Hello po.